things are not looking so great for Gary King from Below Deck Sailing Yacht. Let's dive into it. Samantha Suarez, who was hired to do hair and makeup as well as assist the talent managers with taking care of the crew during filming, has come forward to say that there were several allegations that she made back when they shot season 4 in 2022 that were swept under the rug by production. Now, we're coming right off of the heels off of the production team for the Below Deck franchise being praised. And, that's because Captain Jason and Aisha, a couple weeks ago, we saw on Below Deck Down Under, production step in and break up some sexual misconduct and some potential SA that was going to happen, likely. And, everyone was like, yay, bravo, yay, Below Deck. This is so good. The producers are so awesome. Now, flip over to Sailing Yacht in the Mediterranean, and we have a totally different story about how production may have swept something under the rug last year. So when they're producing these shows, it's worth noting that they have dark days. And they also have to quarantine and stay at a certain hotel altogether as they get ready to produce the show and film the show. So all the cast members were actually all in the same hotel building and everything, and alcohol consumption while they're quarantining and they're just camped out in their hotel is at an all-time high. I mean, these are young yachties. They naturally party on any day off they have. They're going to be on TV. They get hyped up. They drink a lot. Suffice to say, it definitely didn't lead to anything good because on a particular day, Gary had overconsumed his alcohol and was shouting, trying to shout from one window to other crew members, trying to tell them what room he was in and what room they should be in. So that was kind of the first clue that he has drank too much on this particular day. And then Samantha comes in. She was in charge of making sure that she was bringing them water and food and other supplies they might need while they were staying at this DoubleTree by Hilton. And yeah, she encountered Gary when she dropped off some water and food, and he was very inebriated, and he tried to get her to come into his room. He was in his underwear, and again, this is all alleged. This is, this is not confirmed, but this is what it sounds like, looks like a duck and quacks like a duck. So I'll go ahead and preface that. I am not the legal system, so I will let them sort this out. But he did end up trying to restrain her arms. I think he was like hugging her is what it sounds like and not letting go. And when she reached for the door, he was able to use his body weight and force to close the door. She finally gets out in the hallway. He follows her out into the hallway in his underwear. And again, he's drunk. He's asking her to get in bed with him, to stay in his room, to come back and everything. And she went to production, and allegedly they had offered to her, or at least this is what they have on file, that they did offer to fire Gary in this situation. I can't help but wonder, honestly, if Gary may not have had COVID at the beginning of this. They may have been sorting this out legally at the beginning of production, making sure that if there was something that they wanted to fully investigate, that they weren't going to film with him. But it looks like, from what is given to us, it looks like it was kind of swept under the rug. Now, I do want to call out that the producers for Below Deck Sailing Yacht are different people than Below Deck Down Under. So these different shows within the franchise obviously have different individuals running different sets, different film crews, different hair, makeup, different everything, right? They're on totally different ends of the world. And so it's worth noting that you know, this person, she's worked on Below Deck prior, the OG Below Deck and Below Deck Med, but these are all different producers that we're speaking about. So it's not like the same producer swept something on the rug here and then did an opposite thing there. These are just different people reacting to different situations in different ways. I do think a big difference in this story is that they were not on film, although people coming forward with Samantha with further allegations against Gary are that there were moments on the show in season 4 that were on film that didn't end up in the show that showed Gary acting inappropriately with women, including grabbing someone's butt, including, you know, touching her inappropriately, someone who was not interested in his advances and was verbally not interested in his advances. So Bravo has, you know, given their blanket statement that they're committed to taking care of these, of the crew, of the film crew, of everybody on these teams and making sure that all behavior is above board. But it's not looking good for Gary, I'll tell you that. And I don't think it's too far-fetched to say that even if he didn't do something as ludicrous as a story, because a very feasible situation that could have happened, and you know, he definitely has been problematic on air as well and on camera. So I think the real question comes down to what's on film, and was something filmed that would have shown something about his character that ended up getting covered up by production to make him look better? That's what we want to know. So what do you think? Do you think Gary is capable of this? What do you think of the story? Let me know. Tell me in the comments. Thanks. Bye.